want like some iced tea lemon flavoured variety, our next comic comes from Toronto. Yes, this comic, now in Toronto, that's where all the biggest comedians in the country, they're all based in there. And this one, and to stand out, you're going to be like different and original and like, yes, and awesome. This girl, she does shows at Toronto Yokes all the time. She's a big hit there. She opened for the Monsters of Comedy tour, which if you knew anything about that was a big deal. Just trust me, it is. And yeah, she's here tonight. Give it up for Vida Zukauskas, everybody.
Hey, you guys are cute. I fuck you. So I'm like a train wreck. On the crossroads, on the way to nowhere. I'd want to impregnate my cat, because then I could have a baby that I could throw in dog fights. Be awesome. I find all protests are in the summer. I guess nobody cares about a cause enough to freeze. I heard it's not over till the fat lady sings, so I just bring a fat lady with me now, so shit can get done quicker. I'm really jealous of my friend. Whenever we're down the street, she always asks everybody for a cigarette, and she always gets one. And then whenever I'm with her, I'm like always hungry, and I can never get like a piece of bread or an apple. So I just take whatever food somebody has and I just stuff in my mouth. Whatever. I read that this son got like a bag of food and killed his father with it. I'm like, if it's mushrooms, I don't think it would do anything, but maybe rutabagas and squash, I could see the killing, how it could work. I was walking down the street, and this guy goes, "Fuck you, you whore." And I walk further, and he's like, "Fuck you, you cunt." If I was in Toronto, I'd be scared. But I was in Hamilton, so he was flirting with me. We're dating now. Sex is so much better from rapists. I like a guy who's spontaneous. I did look good last night, so I'm glad somebody noticed. I take any compliment I can get, especially at gunpoint. Like my skirt. I picked up at a chick at a funeral home, though I don't think she would mind. I let you fuck me, though I don't think you could handle the nightmares. I used to look like a crack whore. Thank God I quit smoking crack. And now I just look like a whore. I went by a bar, and there was a man with a red dot on his forehead, so I tackled him thinking he'd be assassinated. Turns out he was just Hindu. So I was dancing at this club, and I wanted to give this guy a lap dance, and he said he had to go to the washroom, and I'm like, that'll be extra. So a few months ago, I tried to get a job at Zanzibar, and this guy's like, as a waitress, and then this guy's like, you should dance. So he gave me a number to call, and then he's like, I could train you. So I called him up, and he showed me how to do a lap dance, and he's like, you should do it like this, move your bum close to mine. And so it's really close. And he showed me the proper way to take my clothes off, and he said you should do it really slowly. So it's really sensual. And then he just gave me a nice drink, and they drug me so really easy for him and be really loose. And we were soulmates. I missed him. So he gave me pizza, so it wasn't that bad. So, there was like a little bit of hairy mucus in it, so I think it was old. I was outside and I got a customs by these guys in uniforms, and they took my clothes off, fingered me, and then they put me in a van, and then they said that I deserved it. So that's when I knew that they were cops. My brother's birthday is coming up, and he's really hard to shop for because he's been dead for 7 years. And he doesn't need anything anymore. I can just imagine what he'd say if he were alive. Flowers for my gravestone again. Gee, thanks. I was a model, but the furthest I got was when I went missing. I had a cell phone, though I stopped paying the bill and it stopped working. So then I continued to hold it and have conversations with myself. There's this restaurant in Burlington called Russell Williams. Though I was thinking if I went in there and ordered a salad, that I would get molested in the bathroom. So I guess that's called getting something for nothing. So I was in Pittsburgh a while ago, and these black guys robbed me and then beat me. So whenever I'm in an alleyway, I just wear my black disguise so I feel safe. Me and my boyfriend have a comfort stage relationship where I keep standing in front of him. Now I'm just waiting for the next stage where I do it sitting down while he's asleep. I love when a couple's in love, holding hands. I wish they could stay that way forever. So I just push them in front of a bus so they'd always be together. My therapist thinks I'm jealous. I think she knows that I'm right. All my friends want to get tattoos, and I would look cool, so I just get my boyfriend to beat me. That's not a tattoo. That's love. My grandmother really knows how to ruin the atmosphere. We're in the middle of dinner, and she's like, "When's your wedding?" And I'm like, "When's your funeral?" She laughed and cried, distracting her from the last scoop of mashed potatoes. I find guys with crew neck shirts and crew sweaters look really smart, but also really retarded. I think they just need a gold-plated helmet to complete the look. They say once you go black, you don't go back. I don't think that's true. Eventually you sober up. I can say that because my parents told me I was black. There was this black guy and he was like brushing his hair, and I'm like, it don't make no difference. Instead of taking one diet pill, I just take the whole bottle and finish with a coma. It's a great way to lose 40 pounds. If you don't mind the coma. I spend so much time traveling on a bus. It makes me feel like my life is finally going forward. I never want to go to the cemetery anymore. I think they should have go-karts there. then more people would want to go there. Church is boring. They should have bowling there. They already have all those aisles that nobody's using. I think if I hung myself, I'll finally be shorter. I'm afraid to give blood because I don't know whose life I would save. Like that guy over there. I don't know if it's really worth it. I think whatever doesn't kill you still hurts. I was walking down the street and I saw this pretty girl, and I walked closer and hit my head. Mirrors are dangerous. Thanks.
Keep it going for Vida, everybody!